Welcome. Good morning, Tennessee Valley. Thanks for joining us on this cold and crisp Tuesday morning. My name is Matt Ryerson. I'm your Tuesday morning host. This is my co-host, Matthew Tolbert.
The Joe to your Kim Palo, Matt.
That's a good one.
You like that one?
I do. I do. Welcome today. We appreciate you joining us. It was kind of cold.
Well, it's nice. It's nice out. It's not that cold. Actually, it's supposed to be pretty warm today, I think.
It is. And you know what? It was a spectacular weekend, weather-wise. And my wife being a Lee alum, we spent the entire weekend at Lee University for homecoming. Oh. Which was a great event. And the highlight...
It's the homecoming dance. Did you get? Is that what it was?
I don't think they dance at Lee.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Community covenant, Matt. Community covenant.
Of course.
I think the highlight was the opening of the chapel. And if anybody has driven down Ocoee, you've seen this chapel going up for about the last 8 or 9 months.
Mitzi told us about that a number of weeks ago when she came on.
Yes. Amazing.
Really?
Unbelievable. And they do have a community open house coming up. So if you get the opportunity to go over and check it out, it was pretty spectacular.
So there was no dancing in the chapel then?
No, there was no dancing in the chapel, but they had a mixer on Friday night. And my good friend, Jake Stum, Jake Stum, who is a great community leader, been part of long-term recovery, got up and sung Ice Ice Baby Vanilla Ice. The whole thing. He rocked it out. Go, Jake Stum.
That is not singing. That is not singing.
Oh, no, he was good.
That's barely rapping.
I know. But it was good.
Ice Baby, too cold.
He was good. And for those of you who don't know Ice Ice Baby, be thankful.
Oh, my goodness.
That's all I have to say. Of course, the other highlight of the weekend was clocks moved back an hour.
Right. That was that extra hour of sleep was a huge, huge highlight.
Of course, it took me almost an hour to reset my clocks, so it was kind of a wash. I pretty much broke even.
My wife just said, no, we're not going to set our clocks back.
You're still operating?
Yeah, we're just operating on the same time. We just set the alarm for 1 hour later.
You know, I lived in Indiana for a while, and there's portions of Indiana, there's portions of a number of states that are right on the border of daylight savings time, and they don't. They don't turn their clocks back. They just catch back up.
And then there are the rebels.
Who just refuse.
Arizona, yeah.
Arizona, the whole state.
The whole state, they just rebel against daylight savings time.
A lot of people say we should do that. But
that's true. Well, daylight savings time originally was done for agriculture, so they have more daylight in the
I don't know why they
in
do
the
that.
growing season. But now they're saying that daylight savings time is good because it saves money on lights and energy.
Is that true?
Yeah, because
you're just making that
up. No.
Okay.
That's why they do it, because we get a little bit more daylight in the summertime, so that we don't have to spend near as much money on energy to light our homes.
Nice. Did you see Justin Bieber might be a father?
I saw that, and this is the interesting thing,
folks. This is hard-hitting news here.
If you have teenagers at home or you have teenagers as grandkids, listen up, okay? This is very important. Justin Bieber, after one of his shows, apparently one of these fans went backstage for backstage passes, and she claims that they had a little tryst behind the stage in the dressing room or whatever. And now she's claiming that he is the father of her baby, and he has agreed to take a paternity suit to see if that happens.
So he's taking a test.
He's actually a paternity test, not suit. Paternity suit. She's filing a paternity suit.
Right.
He's taking a paternity test.
So we'll know if this is a Bieber baby. And my guess is if he's taking a test, odds are she's making this up.
Yeah. Did you see Herman Cain had a fourth accuser for sexual harassment?
That's not good.
It can't be a good sign. Where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
Well, and it certainly doesn't help a presidential campaign.
Well, if you're running, I don't know. Ask Bill Clinton. I guess that might be something to consider.
Yeah. So Herman Cain. And did you see Kim Kardashian is still getting a divorce?
She's still getting a divorce?
Well,
it's like everywhere. It's all over the place.
Yeah, that's chaos. Apparently, she flew up to Minnesota to see her. They're already calling her calling him, Chris Humphreys, calling him her ex. She flew to Minnesota to have a meeting.
Her ex for a week.
Yeah, I mean they almost haven't dated long enough to really be an ex, but yeah, apparently she was up there for some significant talks, and they're wondering if there were negotiations for the divorce settlement or if it was reconciliation.
Ooh. Well, I know that Vera Wang is really not happy because she mass-produced a bunch of replica Kim Kardashian wedding dresses.
Oh.
That aren't going to go on sale until February.
Yeah, I would think that.
And
would
now
not,
that her marriage is over, it's like, are we really going to do this? What's going to happen?
Yeah, that wouldn't seem to be good karma.
I got something for you.
Not that I believe in karma, I'm just saying.
Did you see the Miami Dolphins, Joe Palo? The Miami Dolphins pulled out their first win of the season, and it was huge, 31-3 over the Kansas City Chiefs.
And now they should have been losing so they could get the first draft pick, and so now they win.
Okay, all right, well, that's a good point. That's a good point. Well, now they're talking about maybe Peyton Manning not coming back to the Colts because of his injury and everything.
Yeah.
So the Colts will pick up that.
That would be a sad day.
First pick.
That would be a sad day.
Yeah.
Restaurant Tuesday. As you all know, it's Tuesday. Every Tuesday, the United Way partners with a local restaurant, and that restaurant gives a portion of its proceeds to the United Way and their agencies to do the good work that so many of our agencies do, serving thousands of people in need every year. And this one's a good one. I'm really excited. They've all been good, but this one I'm excited about. Little Diner on First.
That's a great place.
It sure is. Now, folks, not only is Little Diner on First doing this for lunch,
yeah,
they're also doing it for breakfast.
Really? Right now?
Right now.
That's awesome.
Actually, I think they open at 7. But
okay.
Start getting ready.
20 minutes.
You can head on over there, and I'll just give you a recommendation. Their Western omelet, something special.
They're a little place.
Yeah.
But they have some of the best food.
Thus the name.
Little Diner. Yeah, I know. But they have some of the best food. I mean, I would probably put it up there in the top 5 of the city.
It's good. It's good, folks. And on top of that, they're going above and beyond. They're giving 10% of all proceeds for both breakfast and lunch to the United Way to go to our agency.
You will treat yourself if you go over to Little Diner on First. You will treat yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to take a quick look at the local weather, and I'm just going to tell our producer, Jennifer James, who is Canadian.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, so she's familiar with some of this colder weather. She's around the England area.
Yeah.
England being her mother country.
She used to own a Shetland cow, one of those Shetlands.
So Jennifer, if you're listening right now, we have no visual on the weather, so you can pop that up there.
Throw it up there. We won't know what it is.
And it's a surprise to us. We'll see when we leave the studio. But all our viewers
I'm going to say probably 70 degrees maybe is the high today.
70-ish, and maybe no rain.
Yeah.
But all our viewers could probably see that and read that for themselves.
So it's a blue screen, I think, usually.
We're an educated audience. So I assume it's not up there anymore. We're back.
Well, let's just go ahead and be back. I think it's supposed to get cooler on Thursday.
There you go. You are like a meteorologist.
I know. I'm right there.
Folks, we have a very special show today. We have a couple of great guests. So stick with us. We're going to commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge Chrysler and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro-laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television, Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m., or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining on this beautiful Tuesday morning, or at least we believe Jennifer has shown us the weather to be beautiful.
Yes, we're going to assume that.
Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate you.
You never know with
Put us
those
on the
Canadians.
spot. Yes. We have a terrific show, and right now we have a terrific guest. John Vining from Youth Counseling Services, Executive Director, as well as Family Matters.
Right.
Thanks for joining us, John. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Matt, for having me.
Well, for a lot of our audience, Matt and I are really familiar with Youth Counseling Services. In fact, we worked in the development of Youth Counseling Services back in 2005 in partnership with Safe Schools, Healthy Students, a federal grant here in town. But a lot of our fans, all 7 or 8 of them, don't laugh. There's some fans out there.
There are a lot of people who watch, but the only fans are like 7 or 8.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. For our viewers, John, tell them a little bit about Youth Counseling Services and Family Matters.
Well, for all of you followers,
Thank you. Thank you. That's probably a better term. That's probably a better term.
Youth Counseling Services actually was created 3 to 4 years ago. Life Bridges now, Bradley Cleveland Services back then, in order to target an underserved population of the county related to mental health services, and especially a target of children and youth. And so for the last several years, we have had a counseling center that offers professional counseling services. 90% of the folks we see are children and teenagers. We have a growing number of adults that have heard of us and who are taking advantage of the services, but the real target and the thrust is on the coming generation. And so we will do about anywhere between 250 and 300 sessions a month. So this year, somewhere around 3,000 sessions.
Wow.
Which is a unique opportunity to enter into the lives of people who are struggling at various levels and for various reasons.
For a lot of people watching, that number may be staggering. They may be caught off guard that there's that great of a need. Maybe you can describe some of the situations or some of the calls for this type of service.
Well, in a nutshell, broken families often produce broken children.
Right.
And if you follow that cycle long enough, broken families produce broken children who produce broken families.
Right.
So it becomes a cycle of brokenness, that carries with it lots of emotional and psychic or mental pain. And so we see children, 90% of the kids that we see come from broken homes. There's been a divorce. Many of them live with grandparents or other caregivers. A number of them come to us in the foster care system. We have a tremendous number of kids who live in single-parent families. Some of those children live in homes with adults who aren't married. So the living situation that we place children in has an impact, either positive or negative. And even when things are at their best, when there's that kind of brokenness in the family, it will impact children deeply.
Right. So this isn't, you know, and I want to get this out there because there's a misconception about mental health out there that, and some reason for you got to be crazy to want counseling. The reality is this can be, even from what you're describing, preventative to kind of break these cycles that some of these kids are finding themselves in. So a lot of parents out there may be struggling with a child themselves, or have struggled through a divorce and have children. Real quickly, how can somebody, if they find themselves in that situation, how do they get a hold of this program? How do they get a hold of you? How can they make an appointment?
Well, our phone number is 476-1933. We recently moved to a new location, which is 2 blocks behind Broad Street United Methodist Church.
Right.
So we're at 423 Central Avenue.
Dr. Hathcock's old office.
Dr.
Right?
Hathcock's old office, right across the street from the old YMCA and the Teachers Credit Union. And most often, we are able to see a person within a week of when they call to make an appointment.
That is great.
So we try hard to make that happen, since most people who call feel some sense of desperation for help. And so we try to respond to that as quickly as we can. And
that segues nicely in a partnership. The organization that you lead is Family Matters. Tell us a little bit about Family Matters.
Yeah, well, Family Matters, Bradley, is an attempt on the preventative side and the nurturing side, whereas Youth Counseling Service would be on more of the intervention side.
Gotcha.
So Family Matters Bradley has as its mission the support and the help of families, one child at a time. And so whereas in Family Matters Bradley, we will do marriage enrichment seminars or parenting seminars and other kinds of educational training events, Youth Counseling Service is in place then for those who are feeling a need for more intense help in the way of counseling.
Right.
And we do some testing, but most of what we do is counseling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fantastic. And again, if somebody wants to get involved or get engaged, and folks, the counseling service in particular is good for anybody to really get in there, especially if your child is having some issues. 476-1933.
Right.
And then age range, John. What's too early to get into counseling? What's too late?
Yeah, well, I don't know that there's an age that's too late, but the youngest clients we see is usually around 5 years old.
Okay.
Earlier than that, there are other specialists who work with younger kids and do professional play therapy.
Right.
In our setting, we found that about 5 years old, when a child is verbal and can be responsive to that kind of interaction in a play therapy setting.
Right.
And then, of course, we see teenagers and adults as old as somebody wants to come in, and we may deal with issues that have to do with simple transitions or adjustments, all the way to the more serious depression or anxiety situations, or dysfunctional relationships that need help and that kind of thing.
Right. And when you talk about transitions, you know, a lot of our audience have probably experienced this. You know, half marriages, it seems like, half the marriages end in divorce, would certainly qualify as a transition in the home.
Sure.
You know, what's your perspective on that? If you have children in the home and you're going through a divorce, is that something they should just go ahead and sign up and get their kid in counseling to help them work through that transition? Or is it something that they should wait until they see some triggers or red flags?
Yeah. Well, I would encourage parents who have decided to end the marriage to make the children or their child the priority. You don't want a situation where you've got two warring parents using the child in the middle to make their point for them.
Right.
And so I would think it's a good idea anytime there's a family undergoing that kind of brokenness to seek outside help, if for nothing more than just the moral support and a trained eye to help see exactly how deeply this is impacting a child, because divorce always impacts children, even if the child is an adult child.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I know that Family Matters, as you mentioned, takes more of a preventative approach to dealing with families, and I've seen a lot of your promotional materials and have a lot of friends that have gone on the retreats as far as marriage enrichment. Right. Do you have anything coming up?
Well, actually, 2 or 3 times a year down in Rome, Georgia, at Chick-fil-A's retreat center, called Wind Shape Retreat, we actually gift marriage retreats for ministry couples. We have one of those coming up next week, in fact. We offer those through a partnership with Wind Shape and Intimate Life Ministries out of Texas. We offer those retreats as a gift. It costs a ministry couple absolutely nothing but the gas to get there and back.
Right.
So we did one earlier in September. We've got one coming up in November. We'll do another one in February. But then interspersed throughout the year locally, we will partner with either other agencies or local churches to do marriage enrichment seminars, like a Friday night and part of the day on Saturday.
Right.
And so we'll have a number of those coming up the beginning of the year.
This is awesome. Matt and Heather Carlson, friends of ours and friends of the show, attended your last marriage retreat and spoke just really highly of it. And Matt is troubled. He's a difficult guy. Now we're just kidding.
He is a Matt. So,
but he just spoke how it just poured into his marriage. So, folks, if you have an opportunity, and John, is for Family Matters the same phone number?
Yeah, we're housed all in the same facility.
Okay.
476-1933. And if we can be of service either on the intervention counseling side, or you could use us as a resource to help complement a program that you're wanting to sponsor as it relates to enrichment or education or training, we're in place to do that.
and I have had opportunity to refer a number of people to your services, and I've only gotten positive reports back. So
Yeah.
you're good. You're doing good work over there.
Thank you. Thank you.
John, thanks for joining us this morning.
Sure, thanks for having
me.
me.
We really appreciate you being here. And folks, stick with us. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television, Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m., or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge Chrysler and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
Welcome back on this Tuesday morning. Great interview with John, huh?
It was.
That was great. Hey, let's take a quick look at your weather in case you're getting ready for your day, getting ready for work, or whatever you have planned. Hey, look at there. We have video. This is nice.
It's blue.
Yeah, sunny and high of 72 today.
I
Tomorrow,
told you it was close to 70.
Chance of rain tomorrow, the high is 68, and then Thursday a little partly cloudy. And you were right, meteorologist Matt.
Yes. Look at the low.
It's going to be cool and below freezing.
Below 30 degrees on Thursday.
That's the first time we've had that.
I know. I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah.
I am. You know, I discovered something about Canadians.
What's that?
They can be multi-talented.
No.
Yes.
I'm not sure about
I know
this.
it's strange. Usually the lower intelligence is because of all the beans they eat or whatever. But I found out that Jennifer James is multifaceted, multi-talented.
No, I do believe
Not only can she do this, but she's also a photographer. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
She has her own photography business.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's good too. I've actually seen some pictures. She's good.
Wow.
I
shouldn't act that surprised. I mean, she is good.
It's strange,
but for the sake of teasing her, wow.
I know, that's amazing.
Who had any idea? Amazing.
Yeah, you just don't see that out of Canadians, I don't think.
Right now is a segment we all know and love called The Things That Matter.
My name is Matt, and these are the things that matter. A doctor in Southern California says he has pioneered a new treatment that can permanently turn brown eyes into blue eyes without impacting a patient's vision. The process they discovered just takes 20 seconds to complete. I thought this was very, very interesting because all those brown-eyed people really want to be like me.
I mean, yeah, this is probably going to cost, what, $1,000?
It's for like $4,000.
$4,000 for a 20-second procedure to change your eye color from brown to blue.
Yeah.
It
basically, I think we all have blue, but then there's some people that have other pigments, and so you just remove the pigment and it.
Nice. Now, if you have an extra $3,000 or $4,000 laying around,
and you really need some blue eyes,
rather than do that, just give it to me. I'll spend it on something else. I'll just say that.
You can always just wear blue-eyed contacts.
Yeah, exactly.
Guess what, Matt?
What?
Mice do not like cheese.
No.
A recent study found that mice respond to the taste, smell, and texture of food, but will decline something as strong-smelling and highly flavored as cheese due to a highly sensitive sense of smell. They're actually drawn to foods with relatively high sugar content, such as grains and fruit. Now, they said that the reason that we have this idea that they like cheese is probably that number of hundreds of years ago, the mice would get into the cheese, but they would only get into the cheese because there was nothing else to eat.
Oh, so Tom and Jerry is all wrong.
Totally wrong. and like stuff like Limburger and all that stuff would just, it was said it would rip their faces off. It was so strong. That's what the article said.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's a little strange. But I found that fascinating. Mice don't like cheese.
Yeah, who knew? Who knew?
So who moved my cheese? Well, the mice didn't touch it, so. Unhappy that a photography company, not Jennifer James Photography.
No.
Had not taken photos of the last dance and bouquet toss, which took place in the last 15 minutes of the 2003 wedding. Todd Remus has filed a lawsuit against H&H Photographers. He is suing for $4,100 for the cost of photography and $48,000 to bring back the principal attendees and recreate the wedding so new photos can be taken.
Okay.
The catch here, what he failed to disclose at the time in his legal papers, he got divorced in 2008. He doesn't know the address of his ex-wife, who returned to live in her native country of Latvia, but he is suing them anyway.
There are so many things with this story. There's so many. I mean, first off, why? Why do you want to recreate something that's ended in divorce?
I don't know.
I'm not sure about that. Number two, the fact that he doesn't even know where his ex-wife is, and the fact that she came over from a foreign country like that. Just smells of mail order bride.
I was wondering that same thing.
I mean, this is.
Would she even go through with like the kiss and the I do's and all that other stuff again, just for the camera's sake?
You know, yeah, the photography company should just say, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Saturday night. You set it up. You get everybody there.
You get her there. If she's there, then we'll do it.
Now those pictures could be interesting. I'll just say that.
You just have a stand-in.
That's good.
Just have the photography company provide a model.
Yeah.
Stand in.
Yeah.
Probably better than his ex-wife anyway. Pushed for space, a Spanish cemetery has begun placing stickers on thousands of burial sites with lapsed leases as a warning to relatives that their ancestors face possible eviction. I'm not done yet. That is funny. The graveyard, the deputy urban planning manager said Monday that the city's Torero graveyard, I'm sure I should say that with a Spanish accent, but I don't have one, had already removed remains from some 420 crypts and reburied them in common ground. He said the cases involved graves whose leases had not been renewed for 15 years or more. The economy has gotten so bad, Matt, that they are evicting dead people.
You know, here's what I like about this story. Their process for eviction notice is not to go back to the records and find a mailing address, but rather to put a sticker on the headstone. Could it be any more embarrassing?
I know, the sheriff is going to come by in a month.
Yeah, what's that sticker over there on the headstone? Oh, it says this guy's about to be evicted. I mean, what? That's crazy.
Oh, my.
No respect.
Why put a sticker? I mean, you really find out if the people who actually own the lease, maybe they're dead too.
I mean,
they could be buried right next to them.
Yeah, I don't know. One more.
All right, this will file under the most ridiculous thing said of the week, the most ridiculous statement of the week. The statement was made by Kim Kardashian. I don't think I'm ready to go into, the details of what went on in my marriage.
No, you'll get to see that in the show.
Apparently. But I do want to make clear that I would never marry for a TV show.
No.
For money or for anything like that. I think that's really ridiculous that I have to even defend that. I guess, that comes along when you film your wedding for a reality show.
That's just the downside.
I don't even think we need a joke for that.
No.
I don't, because that is the most ridiculous thing I think I have heard in a long time.
Yes.
And those are the things that matter.
Poor Kim. We'll continue
Poor
to
Kim.
follow this story.
I apologize to Kim Kardashian, Chris Humphries. I thought he was at fault. Turns out Kim's a psycho.
Yeah, you were mean to Chris last week.
I was, and I apologize, especially because he's a whole lot bigger than I am. But Kim Kardashian,
And there's a
She's
possibility he's watching today, so we
That's true.
apologize to Chris.
That's true. But Kim won't be because she only watches herself.
Well, stick with us. We have another great guest, Chris Weir, a veteran, and one of my heroes is going to be joining us in honor of Veterans Day this Friday. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television, Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m., or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro-laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge Chrysler and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
Welcome back, folks. We have a very special guest this morning, this Friday. As most people know, is Veterans Day, a wonderful holiday for our nation to really show appreciation and respect to those who have served in time of war. And we have one of those people here today with us, Chris Weir. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Well, thanks for having me, Matt. I appreciate it.
We really appreciate you being on, and probably much more importantly, we appreciate your service to our country and your entire family, your brother. You just have a legendary status here locally as a great veteran. And we wanted you on today to talk a little bit about some of the upcoming events, some of the upcoming developments in our community related to veterans, and some of our viewers, I'm sure, are veterans, as well as maybe sharing some of your experience in your time in Iraq.
Sure. Well, we'll start with what's coming up
there you go.
Here in Bradley County. I am fortunate and humbled to be a part of the Southeast Tennessee Veterans Home Council, and this council is responsible for the promotion and the process of getting a veterans home here in Bradley County. They've been together about 3 years now working on the project. We recently, as a matter of fact, this past Friday, had members from the state Veterans Affairs Office come in, survey the land, look at basically our progress and how we've been doing so far. And of course, everyone knows by now we've gotten a very large donation right out of the gate.
Right.
We've gotten other donations, had fundraisers
Right.
trying to get the interest and the recognition of this project up. And they were blown away by what we've done so far. And coming up in, I believe, well, at the latest, it's January, hopefully before then, but at least by January, they will come out with their new list. And of course, we've talked about this list many times. It's their kind of the priority list of where we fall in getting our home built. So we're very excited. We're confident that we're going to be much further up the list this time, and hopefully we'll start seeing some great movement in that direction and really start seeing some progress and maybe start seeing some dirt moving here pretty soon.
That is so exciting because, first of all, our community is just so patriotic.
Sure.
So I see it very fitting to host a home of that sort here because I think there would be tremendous support locally.
Well, you know, and you're right. We are extremely patriotic community. I mean, I've lived in various cities before, but never do you see the support and the turnout at veterans events like you do here in Bradley County, and that's huge. But even more than the patriotism in Bradley County, a lot of people don't realize that in a 50-mile radius of Cleveland, the city of Cleveland, there's 80,000 veterans.
Wow.
Whoa.
The nearest nursing home, veterans home, it's not a nursing home. The nearest veterans home is all the way in Knoxville or all the way in Murfreesboro.
Wow.
So you've got this huge gap in between these homes of so much need, and there's nothing there to serve that need. So this not only is huge for Bradley County, it's huge for 80,000 veterans in this area.
Right.
And it's not just hospice care. You know, a lot of people think of a veterans home as, you know, at the end of a veteran's life, they go and just like you would at a nursing home. But that's not necessarily the case. They do that, but this is also rehabilitation. You know, when I was in Iraq, you know, I was injured over there, hurt my knees. Well, I have to do physical therapy. Well, this is a place I can now go. I don't have to go to Knoxville or to Murfreesboro just to do my physical therapy. You know, I can actually come here in Cleveland and get it done, and that'll serve such a wide and diverse range of veterans that it's huge. It's really, really huge.
And that's really exciting. I think all those components being in place, and I've had this opportunity to see the very preliminary plans of what this it's going to be first class.
Oh, it is.
I mean, this isn't some shady brick building in the background. This is going to be a cornerstone for our community, something to show off.
Oh, it is. You know, and they've actually, I guess it was about a year and a half, 2 years into our push to get a home here, they changed the design in which homes would be built. So now they're setting this up where it's basically in pods now. So there'll be various pods around the campus of this this home. And oh yeah, it's absolutely first class living. And quite frankly, if we're going to give first class living to anybody, why not to our veterans?
Absolutely.
You know? Where's the site that they're looking to build this place?
The site's off of APD 40 over by the Coke plant.
Okay.
Down that road, what's the name of that road there? I don't know, whatever that road is.
Next to the Coke plant.
But there's actually a big sign out if you drive past the Coke plant on your right. There's a big sign out by the road.
A lot of acreage. I think there's 25, 26 acres
It's
out
a big plot of land.
So they'll be able to put a lot of those pods out there. That's cool.
That's right.
You had mentioned, of course, obviously this Friday is Veterans Day, and this community is patriotic. You mentioned there's some events. What's going on this Friday?
Well, we've got obviously the annual Veterans event that'll happen. They're actually at the courthouse this year. Generally, we'll do it in Johnson Park.
Right.
This year, we're going to be doing it at the courthouse. As everybody knows, it's November the 11th at 11 o'clock is always the 11/11/11, which obviously is the Armistice Day, and that's the time that, you know. So that'll be at 11 o'clock at the courthouse, and they are, I feel like a slacker now because I can't remember exactly what the name of this memorial is, but they're dedicating a memorial there as well. So that's going to be a huge event. And then always after our Veterans Day events, we will go to a local veterans organization and they'll serve lunch.
Right.
That's generally down at the VFW, if I recall. Some of the others may be doing it as well.
Right.
So come out at 11 o'clock to the courthouse steps. And they'll announce where everybody's going.
And folks, this is a great opportunity to just shake a hand and pat some backs and say thank you to our veterans who literally put it all on the line. And the Weir family is a great example of this. Your brother served in Iraq and really inspired you to serve as well, I think. Tell us a little bit about your experience in Iraq and what that was like.
Horrible. Hot, sandy. Yeah, Iraq is one of those unique places. I tell you, if one day in the future, in the next couple decades, Iraq becomes a tourist destination, and you have an opportunity to visit Iraq as a tourist, go to Florida. Go to Daytona Beach. I mean, seriously, it's
no oases there in the desert. No,
only when you're dehydrated. We experienced in the middle of the summer up to 145 degrees sustained throughout the day.
Wow,
which is just that's not right. I mean, no matter how you look at that, that's just
you had to
not
wear
right.
camouflage and everything during
We
that
did
time,
full
too.
ACU gear, the whole nine. In fact, you can get in trouble for getting a sunburn in the military. So you had to be long sleeves, the whole nine, all your gear, and everything. So those guys over there, I tell you what, they're dealing with extreme heat. I was talking to a good friend of mine, I guess a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about PT in the morning, because you still have to keep up your physical training while you're over there. And it was funny, we'd be in the middle of the summer, and we'd wake up early in the morning, like the Army does, and be outside doing PT, and we'd all be shivering. One day we're like, we got to bring a thermometer out here because it's got to be 50 degrees in the middle of the desert. So we bring the thermometer out, and it's 95 degrees. And we're shivering, because you go from 145 down to 95, and what is that, 50-degree drop in temperature? So it's really unique. It's really different. February to November, 0% rain. I mean, not a drop of rain at all.
Wow.
For most of the year. And obviously the communication barrier with the people is always interesting. My personal experience, I really did not interact that much with Iraqis. We did most of what we were doing were convoys on the road. So we were on the road most of the time, and we would go from post to post to post. We wouldn't really stop in the town. There were units that did that in town. My unit wasn't one of those.
So now that's pretty dangerous over there to be on the road and in between posts. I mean, is that pretty nerve-wracking experience?
When you first get started, absolutely. I mean, because you have no idea what to expect when you get there. And of course, you do, if no one knows what a combat landing is, you fly in on like a C-130, and you're at 20,000 feet, and you go to landing in all of like a minute, 60 seconds, you're down on the ground. So it's a straight drop. So that hurts. I mean, really painful on the land. And then once you land and get off, you have to run off the plane and into the terminal that's over there, So, right when you land on the ground, you have no idea what to expect and what's going on. So, out of the gate, it's nerve-wracking. And there's always a little bit of nervousness in what you do. And you got to kind of have that. It keeps you aware, keeps you awake, keeps your eyes open. But they're just like anywhere else. There are certain places that are worse than others, you know. And when you go through those areas where you know that there's been a lot of IEDs, you're attentive, you're paying attention. My unit was very blessed. We were very lucky. We didn't lose anyone in my company at all. We, in fact, never even got hit by an IED. The one thing that we dealt with more than anything were just mortar attacks. That was the thing that we dealt with more than anything.
Just mortar attacks.
Well, yeah, just mortar attacks.
Just and that's fire raining from heaven.
And that's probably, to me anyway, that was worse than IED, because an IED kind of surprises you. You don't know that it's there, and it just kind of hits. Where a mortar, you can hear it for about 15 seconds before it hits. Oh, geez. And you can't see it. You have no idea where it's at. So you're just standing there going, boy, I hope it don't hit me. Really and truly.
So what do you think about, obviously, the Obama administration has come out and declared an end to the war in Iraq and wrapping things up in Afghanistan. How do you feel about that? The pullout that's going to go on, especially over the holidays here and into the new year.
Sure.
Any feelings on that?
Well, you can always debate whether or not we should have been there, and you get into all that mess, and that'll be debated for the rest of the time. But no soldier, no sailor, airman, Marine, no service member at all wants to be at war forever. There is a time that you need to wrap things up, and I think that we're getting there. With what we've done in Iraq, I mean, there could be some that argue that we should be doing more of a cleanup effort. So there's the debate on, whether it's too early or not. You know what? I'm glad to have the guys home. I know they're going to be glad to be home. We'll obviously keep a presence over there just for strategic purposes, but it's good to see the guys coming home. I'm glad they're coming home. You got to wrap things up every once in a while. We've been there for quite some time. let's get our guys home. Let's get them home. We got a lot of stuff to worry about. And Iraq is Iraq. Let's let them.
Realistically speaking, I guess you can only kill so many bad guys before more bad guys are going to pop up all the time.
It is, and it doesn't go away. I mean, I was in Iraq in all of 2009. We deployed the day after Christmas in 2008. Came back at the end of 2009. And while I was in Iraq in 2009, my battalion found the largest weapons cache that had ever been found in Iraq during the entire operation, and as far as I know, since then. So even in 2009, many years after we had already gotten in there, we are still finding stuff that a lot of people claim wasn't there. So now I'm not in the military anymore, so I don't have to keep my mouth shut. But in our cache, in the weapons cache that we found in 2009, there were chemical suits. So I mean, if you've got chemical suits, what's going on? We had plenty of time. But again, that's debates for political shows. But you know what? The guys have been over there. They've done an incredible job. They are fulfilling their mission. They're doing exactly what they're asked to do. They don't get to decide where they go. We didn't get to decide whether or not we went to Iraq. I tell you, I wouldn't have picked it. I would have picked invading Hawaii or something like that. But
even just going to Germany would have been fun.
Exactly. Or I hear the post in Japan is real nice. But but they're over there. They're just getting it done every single day. We have two good friends.
We do.
Shane and Jimmy that are over there right now. In fact, they are moving south down Iraq, closing down the post as they go through. So we've got a lot of great guys over there. And I'll tell you, and this was kind of really neat for me. I went in a little bit older. I was almost 30 when I went in, 28 I think. And so I was a little bit older than most of the guys and girls that were coming through there. In fact, I only had one drill sergeant that was older than me in basic training, which was really funny. But I was amazed at how these kids, fresh out of high school, I mean, they're really 18-year-old kids, are going over there and doing the things that they do. And I sometimes just stop and watch and go, my goodness, do I know an adult back home that I would trust with a 50 cal? I don't know. I don't know. These guys are handling things that are unbelievable. So when they come home, being this Friday, being Veterans Day, this is the day, we have Armed Services Day. We have many days that Memorial Day to celebrate those who lost their lives. Veterans Day is really the day to celebrate those who have served or now out. I tell you what, these guys were in there. They were doing things that you would never believe is even possible. They were in conditions that you would never want to be in, no matter the war, no matter the time. You're right. Show up and shake a hand, pat it back and say thanks, because, we're able to be on this TV show today. We're able to enjoy the freedoms and exercise the freedoms that we have because these guys laid it all on the line and went over there and protected it. And to the soldier, it's not that big picture. I'm just watching out for you. We're just taking care of each other. But in the grand scheme, these guys are the reason that we get to do everything that we get to do. And they're not going to go out there and ask for the appreciation.
Right.
Because we don't. That's not what we do. That's not how we were trained. So you're not going to find a veteran out there saying, please tell me thank you.
Right.
Please pat me on the back. So actively go out there and do that.
Absolutely.
I'd encourage everybody to do that.
Well said, Chris. I couldn't say it any better myself. And once again, thank you. Thank you for joining us today, but more importantly, thank you for serving our country.
Thank you.
And to all our viewers out there, in all seriousness, if you're a veteran, and honestly, I've heard you say this, Chris, the spouses of veterans, all the families out there, we thank you for your service to our country. And this week we celebrate you. And if you get the opportunity, come down to the courthouse on Friday at 11 a.m., see the ceremonies. It's a great day to celebrate our soldiers. So thanks, Chris, again for being on. We appreciate it. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Shane Lawson and Jimmy Ledford, our good friends, and their families, Amanda and all the crew back home. We love you and thinking about you and looking for you to get quick, safe return. So stick with us. We got one last segment. We'll be right back.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
I'm Byron Winters with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Contact me for all of your business insurance needs. From general liability to workers' comp, commercial auto, and business umbrellas, Landmark Insurance has you covered.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge Chrysler and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television. Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m. or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
Welcome back, Tennessee Valley. Nice to have you back in our last segment. We appreciate you joining us on this wonderful Tuesday morning. I'm going to take a quick look at the weather for you. Today looks like a beautiful, gorgeous day. High of 72 tomorrow. Slight chance of rain, high of 68. And cools down on Thursday. High of 54.
To an even more beautiful day.
Yeah, and that low of 28. Man, that's
beautiful
something
there.
else. That's something else.
I need to make a quick. I know you have an announcement.
Yes, huge
Jennifer
announcement.
James Photography is actually JJ Media.
JJ Media.
JJ Media. JJ Media. Still fantastic. Beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful
JJ
pictures.
Media. Big announcement.
Yeah.
You may know.
Uh-huh.
Regis Philbin is retiring.
What are you trying to say?
I am announcing today on this show, I am open to take that position. Kelly Ripa, call me. Kelly, call me.
Please don't call him. Please don't call him.
Call me.
Because if you call him, you got to call me. It's a package deal.
There you go. There you go. The Matt, and Kelly show. Sounds good. Live with Matt, and Kelly.
I like it.
All right. We're open. Just call us, Kelly. Just call us. We're here for you.
Actually, call us even if you don't want the show.
Yeah, and I think we even put our website in the bottom. Just
absolutely.
Yeah, just click
call,
on us.
Yeah.
Kelly, please call us. Couple events coming up. See, I just lost my opportunity right there. If this was an audition tape, it's gone now.
It's over. It's over.
Restaurant Tuesday today for the United Way. Little Diner on First.
My favorite person is Matt Moore, quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. Had the best weekend of any quarterback this weekend. There you go, Joe. Matt Moore, second coming of Dan Marino.
Sad. 1-8. Is that your record?
No, 1-7.
1-7. Forgive me. My favorite person, all seriousness, is today my dad. My dad is a veteran himself, served during the Vietnam War. Fortunately, he didn't have to go to Vietnam, wasn't stationed there, but he is my favorite person of the day. He's not watching this morning, but we may send him this clip. So, Dad, love you. Thanks for your service, and thanks for being a wonderful dad.
Yeah, my uncle's actually a veteran, too. He was in the Vietnam War as well.
Excellent. Country Music Awards, CMA.
Yeah, Brad Paisley and Carrie Underwood are going to be hosting.
Mm-hmm.
That's I don't know. I don't like country
The only
music,
way it could be better is if Kelly Ripa were hosting it.
The only way it could be better is if it wasn't country music.
Folks, we appreciate you joining us on this Tuesday morning. If we're not yanked off the air, we'll be back here next Tuesday morning. Or if we don't have a cushy gig up in New York.
KimKardashian.com. Send your hate mail there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.